Hi FMA! So I wanted to read some more about plants. I'm still looking at the nature guide from the Berenstain Bears. Everything small bears and kids need to know about the wonderful world of nature. And they really enjoyed plants. So last time we talked about what plants can and can't do, and now I have some actual facts about the different kinds of plants. The biggest, strongest plant we see is the kind of plant we call a tree. Elm is smooth. Hickory is rough. The willow will bend. And the oak is tough. Remember we talked about that oak tree that holds the eagle's nest? And look at this bird. It's a red-headed woodpecker. Gosh, looks like maybe there's a cardinal has a nest in the willow tree. And I know the bear is scratching his back on the hickory. The hickory tree is also very important for bats. Here we go. Pine and spruce are evergreens. They keep their leaves year-round. The broadleaves lose theirs in the fall. You'll find them lying on the ground. No matter how many kinds you name, in some ways trees are all the same. Their roots grow deep into the ground. Their trunks of wood grow thick and round. Trees are covered with a skin called bark. See for yourself in a woods or a park. I like her picture of the tree. It's almost like a mirror image. You've got the limbs reaching up to the sky. You've got this trunk and then the roots reaching down into the ground. We've talked a lot about evergreens or deciduous trees at our school playground. And we also have those broadleaves, the ones that lose their leaves at our playground. I believe that's a walnut tree at our playground. Right, so flowering plants are pretty. Many smell good too. But flowers aren't just pretty, they have a job to do. In all such plants, even weeds, the flowering's job is making seeds. Especially weeds. Most kinds of plants need water almost every day, but not the kind called cactus. It's built a different way. Cactus stores up water in its special stem, and when animals try to get it, ouch, too bad for them. Yeah. Those are another good plant to grow, cactus and succulents, if you're not very good at remembering to water your plants. Pretty soon our weather is really going to warm up and we're going to see so many more flowering plants. It's been pretty cold at night still, in the 30s. I hope we even had snow on Friday. Goodness, I'm hoping it really warms up from here on out. All right, so algae forms, the thick green scum. Great natural try to walk on some. Oof, splash, that didn't work. The green often sees on the shady side of trees. That's moss. And if you study ferns, you will find they don't just grow, they unwind. Yeah, we talked about the algae that can form on the top of our Lake Erie. Moss and lichens on tree are a good sign for fresh air. And there's lots of insects and birds that eat off of that. And ferns, it's pretty cool when they curl up. See where the ladybug, the beetle, is on? We call that a fiddlehead. When it's tight like that, you can actually cut those off. And you can put them you can boil them. And then you can saute them in a pan with olive oil or butter. And maybe some salt and pepper if you want. They're pretty good. When an orange gets all yucky, because it's very old, a plant is growing on it. That yucky plant is mold. The mushroom is a fungus. It grows from specks called spores. Warning, never eat wild mushrooms, just those that come from stores. There are some carnivorous plants that like to dine on flies and ants, like the Venus flytrap. Crunch, it just had a fly for lunch. Yeah, sometimes you can cut the mold off of plants and still eat them, but you do have to be very careful so you don't get sick. And my husband, this last week or two, he has been morel mushroom hunting in the woods. It is an edible mushroom. It is really good. We soak it in butter, then we bread it, and then we bake it. And it tastes like a cookie. Can you believe that? But you do have to be careful because there is a fake morel. And some mushrooms could make you so sick or it could even cause death. I haven't seen any of these fly traps in our woods. I don't think we have the right conditions or climate for those. Lucky for us, these plants are small. What if they grew 10 feet tall? Look at the climbing vine with 3-part leaves that really shine. Poison ivy. Don't touch it, sister. The slightest touch can cause a itchy blister. Come, for our nature walk to be complete, we must study the earth beneath our feet. And they continue on their journey. But yeah, leaves of 3, let it be. That would be poison ivy. I get poison ivy really bad. In fact, I had it last month because I was doing so much yard work. Have you had poison ivy? It is very itchy and uncomfortable. Not everybody is allergic to it. I wish that was me. Well, I really enjoyed talking with you about the different types of plants. We categorize them in the scientific world. And I hope you really enjoyed today looking at the plants maybe in your yard or if you go on a hike and seeing if you can locate all these different plants that we just read about. All right, well, have fun. See you next time.